I forgot, the green light. Emergency exits all the way around this room in the event of an emergency. There is a flag here, so please rise for the pledge of the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'll start all the way down the end. It makes it easier instead of going back and forth with introductions.
Good evening, Mitch Goldblatt.
Good evening, P.J. Shanley.
Good evening, John Carangelo.
Good evening, Judy Williams.
And Ann. Oh, and Ian Denny's, the secretary, is at the end. There you go. Everybody will notice with these remote mics, green light, red light, so it's kind of a different setup than we're used to. Public participation. Public participation is for any item that is not an agenda item. We allow 2 minutes per speaker for any item. Is there any public participation from this crowd? Seeing none. Is there any at the table? Yes, Mitchell.
All right, want to give a report.
Oh, cripes, there we go.
We had our satellite shredding, satellite waste day. There were 192 cars that came through, 168 of them from the town of Orange. So it was a very successful day for hazardous waste. And then 2 weeks later, we had our shredding day, where we collected 12,450 pounds of shredded paper to be shredded, 56 mattresses, which is a record, and we also collected $690 in electronic recycling from people for the first time, bringing laptops and cell phones, et cetera, PCs to be recycled. Those we had a charge for. And the Rotary Club received a staggering $2,400 plus in the donations from people who were generous when they came to bring things to be shredded at that day. And also the Orange Community Women, Buy Nothing Orange, also did very well that day. I want to thank everyone involved, all those groups, including the Rotary Club, the Lions Club, the groups I just mentioned, Orange Public Works, and everybody was terrific. So it worked out well. And if you're marking your calendars, October 26th will be our next shredding day. Thank you.
Not that you're waiting for it already.
You need to book it in advance because the shredding truck is the one that gets booked up faster than anything, and the mattress truck as well. So
Okay.
we've got October 26th all set.
I forgot to say, since we're in a different room, remember your cell phones, just turn off the ringers if you have forgotten that. Is there anybody else at the table? Judy, do you have anything to say?
I don't know, do I?
I thought you did.
Thank you. Just to let the big audience know what's going on Grassy Hill Road, you may have seen a lot of activity down there in one of the fields. It is not costing you anything because my uncle has set up a trust fund to take care of the fields. So we've taken advantage of not renting it out this particular season, and we are busy in there clearing out the boundary lines, cutting back trees so we can get some more sunlight on the fields. Stumps will be popped out next, and we are going to be planting a spring crop and then a fall crop, and hopefully we'll get that soil, ready for next year's rental.
Okay, anybody else? No? Okay. The first one, we've lost a lot of people, our stalwarts of the community in the last few months, and unfortunately we lost Gloria Capsulatro a few weeks ago at 99. She would have been 100 mid-June. So she, for all intents and purposes, as far as I'm concerned, she was 100. And tomorrow, May 9th, we actually have a happy 100th birthday for Ruth Balnicki. Another one of our residents is going to be 100, and I think Ann was going through the list for the next few months. We have 5 or 6. Well, Gloria was one of those. So there's quite a few 100-year-olds in our town. It's really quite a feat. So thank you. This year's Living Treasures are Sharon Ewan, Lynn Plaskowitz, and Judy Williams. The dinner is next Thursday, May 16th, at St. Barbara's Church. Contact Dennis Marsh at Community Services for tickets, 203-891-5655. 4789. That's community service, has done that dinner for years. Friday, May 24th, it's always Memorial Day weekend, is the Racebrook School Food Truck Festival, which is always the Friday of Memorial Day weekend. It's out here on the fairgrounds. They usually have somewhere between 20 and 30 food trucks of all different types, whether it's barbecue or Mexican or lemonade or shakes or cannolis or different sandwiches and all that stuff. I know the superintendent and board chair will both be there eating healthy. But that's on Friday, May 24th, out here on the fairgrounds. I think it says Friday evening. I think they usually start around 5:30. Usually it's so crowded, it's unbelievable. Sunday, May 26th, Memorial Day Ceremony and Parade begins here on the fairgrounds at the gazebo at 10:30 a.m. And weather permitting, the parade will follow the ceremonies. That usually is about 11:30. That steps off. Monday, May 27th, town offices and the transfer station, he's not looking, will be closed for the Memorial Day holiday. Saturday, June 8th, is the Orange Congregational Church Strawberry Festival. That also takes place on the fairgrounds. That's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, June 8th, and their rain date is June 9th for that. June is Dog License Month. Residents who own dogs can obtain their yearly dog license from the town clerk starting on June 1st in the first floor of the town hall. Hopefully, the elevator will be repaired by then. Where is he? He's not looking either. Another one. This year, the 4th of July concert is a band called Best Shot, and the concert and fireworks is Friday, July 5th, and the rain date is Sunday, July 7th. According to the notes here from my radar, O'Reilly over there, there's 10 food trucks committed so far for that event. So that's also another good event of the town. Gets quite crowded, quite fun. So I hope everybody comes and enjoys that. Okay. To consider and act upon the minutes of the April 11th, 2024 special meeting of the Board of Selectmen. Are there any errors, omissions, or corrections to that? If so, state page and paragraph, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Motion is made and seconded to approve as presented. All those in favor? Aye. Looks like unanimous. Opposed, abstain? All right. Okay. New business. To consider and act on request to conduct a public hearing during the June 12th Board of Selectmen meeting regarding the Neighborhood Assistance Act application submitted by Southern Connecticut Hebrew Academy School. That is a yearly action that we do for them, and the municipality has to take action on it so they can apply for it. At this point, all we need is a motion to approve to send it to public hearing next month.
So moved.
Motion's made.
Second.
Motion seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Unanimous. 2 is to consider and act on the request to conduct the block party in the Ox Yoke Road neighborhood, and I don't see either of the people who, Amanda or Michelle, are not in the room, but that's for a neighborhood block party they request. That's also a yearly event.
So moved.
Okay, motion is made. Is there a second on that?
Second.
Okay, PJ got that one. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, unanimous. This one is a little interesting. To consider and act on request to purchase a bucket truck for the Orange Highway Department using the state vehicle bid contract through OPM. You have that packet in front of you. They've gone up quite a bit. The one that we currently have that we're gonna retire was purchased when Anthony Nastri was chairman of the Board of Finance, and that one was done on a 5-year plan, Kevin, or 4-year plan, do you recall? John, one of you? It was a payment over 4 years. As you see there, the truck is 160,000? I forget off the top of my head. But 175,000. Did the Board of Finance take an action on that? So you want to go with the lease agreement? Okay, so the Board of Selectmen need to make a motion to approve the purchase and follow the guidelines of the Board of Finance to go with a 4-year? 4-year payment on that, for that truck.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Motion is made, motion is seconded by PJ. Any?
Question? Yeah, I'm looking at the letter here. It talks about a 5-year lease of $40,000 a year. Is that correct? So it's a total of $201,000, so there's interest and fees of $25,000. Is that correct? Okay. So- Okay.
Yeah, whenever you have to commit to it. If you look at the last page, it has an estimate on the finance and reported 40,000 over for 5 years.
Okay.
So I guess, Jim, if I can, to the Board of
Yep.
Selectmen, the money, the $40,000 this year, I'm looking at both Kevin and John at the same time. The money for that is going to come from where? It's in the current budget.
Capital account.
Okay. And I'll look back to you, Jim. There's no other money available for this in this year's budget. I just hate, if we have the money, I just hate to be spending $25,000 in interest charges over 5 years. If we have the money. If we don't, we don't.
That would have been something that the Board of Finance discovered.
So,
So this action that we're taking may change.
okay, so the action we're taking should be to maybe buy or lease, depending on recommendation of the finance director, as opposed
Well, the
to,
recommendation before us tonight is the finance.
That way they could get the contract, get the truck ordered.
okay,
And if it changes, they would come back,
all right.
yeah. Well, I think we have to take action to approve the expenditure either way. So if you want to just make the action to approve the expenditure and not tie to the payment or pay in full, you can do that also and leave
Yeah,
that.
I prefer to do it that way. That way it does leave the
Okay.
option open.
Okay, it's fine with me.
And then
because
they'll
they're
come
the-
back
they're
to
the
us,
ones who
depending
have
what
to
the
figure it out.
finances look like. If the finances are such that it makes sense that we don't have the finances and we need to put a lease out, then we'll put the lease out. But if we have,
So amended as proposed.
thank you, John.
Okay. With that amendment and all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Unanimous. To consider and act on request to approve the tax refunds for the month totaling $4,052.16.
So moved.
Okay, motion is made and seconded. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Unanimous. Okay, to consider and act on the request to approve the contracts for funding of services for the Silverbrook Estates. Carolina Betancourt is here. She is the new administrator down there, and they are in front of you. And Carolina, you might want to come up to the podium, or both, and one or both.
Yes, just wanted to talk. So, good evening, my name is Roman Castro. I'm the new regional manager for LA Housing Management, which Silverbrook Estates is under my portfolio. So, I can try to answer any questions. I've only been regional manager for that property for about a couple of months, but I did a little research on it, and hopefully I can answer any questions that you have.
Well, generally, they present them as a packet, all the different contractual obligations.
Okay.
And we have in the past approved them in bulk, but sometimes there might be questions from one of the board members, which is the reason I just felt it better for you to stand there, introduce yourselves, and the people at home don't know who you are. And,
Okay.
so this way, we
Carolina
do.
can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Carolina. I'm the property manager for Silverbrook Estates. I've been there for about almost 2.5 months.
And now you're there full-time, I was told.
Yes, I am.
Now, did everybody look through those sheets? Were there any questions for their presentation? Okay, some numbers varied from what they were of years ago. Some things are higher, some are lower, but it's all sound. And this, they have to present all these so that this is, a lot of it is government funded, just so people at home know that it's
Just
all
Department of
done
Housing.
through. Yes. So if there's no questions, is there a motion to approve their budget items, contracts as presented?
So moved.
Okay. Motion is made and seconded. Any questions on that? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Abstained? That's it.
All right, thank you very much, and
Welcome.
nice meeting you folks.
Thank you. Okay, with that said, is there a motion to adjourn?
Jim, before we adjourn, just quickly, if you don't mind, I didn't have the pension board
I know, we
report
left
from
it off
last.
on purpose.
Last time. But I wanted to report that last time we met, we had gone through the year end of December, and the pension portfolio was up by 6.1% for the year, actually 10.1% in that last quarter. Also, Finance Director Cifarelli has been reporting to us about the changes that have been made with the town employees and using Voya, and been hearing some great reports about that, and the feedback from employees to John back to the pension board has been very, very positive. And the next meeting is scheduled for 2 weeks on the, not the Thursday of the Pasta Festa, the following one, the 23rd is the next meeting. Thank you.
Okay. Is there any other business to come before the board tonight? Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay, the Board of Selectmen meeting is adjourned at 7:18. And now the town meeting will start at 7:30.